Today on The Struggling Guitarist, I'm going to struggle through Louie Louie by the Kingsmen. Let's get started. Ooh. Louie Louie was written in 1957 by Richard Berry, no relation to Chuck Berry. And the song is about a sailor who has to ship out and leave his girl behind. To make it even more unique, the words were written in a fake Jamaican accent. It was fairly popular and made the LA and West Coast circuit, but it was a cover by the Kingsmen who made it a national phenomenon. What made it a phenomenon? Well, between a bad mic setup, which made the singer basically scream the words, and the fact that he was wearing braces, you couldn't understand it. So there's one good thing about having lyrics you can't understand. You can make up your own words to it, which is exactly what the kids started doing. They loved it. They started creating their own dirty lyrics to the song, and it really took off. Almost overnight, it was on the front page of every newspaper saying that the Kingsmen were corrupting the moral fiber of the youth of America. Because of this, the governor of Indiana banned the song, and even J. Edgar Hoover ordered an FBI investigation into the group. Of course, when it finally went to court, it was almost instantly thrown out. But the controversy gave it the attention and popularity it needed to stay on top of the charts, and then eventually on TV. Good stuff. Anyway, let's get started. Now this is another 3-chord song. One that is in essence identical to another that I just did, but we'll get to that later. But this song consists of the A, the D, and the E. Now you could definitely do this with basic open chords, but I'm going to work on it today with a basic bar chord shape and some power chords. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start up here on the 5th fret, and I'm going to make the F chord shape here. I'm going to bar the 5th fret here. My middle finger is going to come to the 6th fret, 3rd string, and my ring and my index are going to be on the 4th and 5th string of the 7th here. Now you're only playing these 4 strings. Now you totally could arch this finger. You don't have to bar it. This will work just as fine because these same 4 strings, that's all you're playing. So what we're going to do, like we did before, we did A, we did the D, and we did the E. That's what we're going to be doing here. So we're going to start by doing 3 strums on the A. Then we're going to scoot down 1 set of strings, keeping the same position, and we are going to remove our middle finger here, and this is a D, and we're going to play that twice. We're going to scoot up a whole step, so we're in the same position, but now we're on the 7 and the 9s. We're going to play that 3 times. Then we're going to scoot back down to the D and do that twice. So believe it or not, that is the song. It's 3 A's, 2 D's, 3 E's, 2 D's. Now just do that 30 plus more times and you've played through the entire song. That is the riff to Louie Louie. So now that we learned these 3 chords in this song, we need to go back to what I mentioned before. I recently learned Wild Thing by the Trogs. Believe it or not, it's almost identical to this song. What's fascinating is, yes, the strumming is a little different, but in essence, it's still an A, a D, an E, back to a D. So while the strumming is completely different, if you break it down into its base components, listen to the 2 of them. We'll start with Wild Thing. Now Louie Louie. Whoops. See, they're almost identical. Once again, it's amazing how close these two songs are, and yet how different they really are. Anyways, congratulations. You've learned Louie Louie. So thanks for helping me struggle through Louie Louie by the Kingsmen today. This is a great song. Who would have known that 3 chords could make such a difference? Now, the one thing I like about this is it's really a guilty pleasure. I want to play like Joe Satriani. I want to play like Eddie Van Halen. I want to play like all these legends. And very often I push myself to try and do a lot of these songs. This one is the guilty pleasure, like I said, because it's so easy. It's so much fun. And you don't have to think about it. Simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed yourself. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And I'll see you next time on The Struggling Guitarist. Louie, baby, you take me